this computer. We are recording. Hello, people. Welcome to episode 3, technically, of The Pen. Now, we do understand that there are no sports out there. Basically, no sports. They just canceled Wimbledon today as well. But we're going to do something very interesting on the show today. We got my good friend, Thomas Ortega.
What's poppin'?
And Spinnaker / Good All Man. And also, what are you, the host of the
Let's get it.
We got Drew from the Walk-Ons, as well as, of course, your mom's favorite Little Leaguer, Hunter Malone.
Gotta tip the cat.
And your girl's favorite DJ, DJ McCall. And I am your host. So, we decided to get creative. We're kind of taking a little bit from Starting Nine, the Barstool Baseball podcast. But we are going to do a all-time baseball starting nine with 2 pitchers, a starter and a closer, and you can designate who you want at both. And the order will follow with Drew McDonald drafting first, then DJ, Thomas, and then Hunter, and then me. And then it will be Snake. So at the end of the first round, I will double up and draft again. So take as much time as you need to scroll through the notes, figure it out. But if you take too long, I'm going to get on you. But other than that, Drew, go ahead and kick us off with the first pick of the Pen 2020 All-Time Players Draft.
So Jake called in the righty, the Drew here, start the show. I go on the mound again with Mr. Nolan Ryan, first pick, strikeout king, the best pitcher of all time. Don't at me.
Nolan Ryan with the first pick. I respect it. He didn't have a bunch of accolades, but he had all the accolades.
Going?
You're up, DJ.
All right. So with number 2 pick, I'm going to go with Jackie Robinson, playing second base. What can't you say about the guy? He's broke the color barrier. Everybody wears his famous number 42 on Jackie Robinson Day. Finished with 137 home runs, I believe. And I could be wrong with that statistic, actually. What can't you say about the person? He's great baseball. Did a lot for the league now, and that's who I'm picking.
All right, Tomas, you are up.
So with the number 3 pick, I'm going to kind of follow suit with what Drew did, except I'm actually going to take my guy Mariano Rivera for my closing spot. I'm going to go ahead and get him early. Similarly, the best all-time reliever, over 600 recorded saves. Nobody really dominated that position like he did for his time. And as a guy out of the pen, he's exactly who you want.
Okay.
Your mom's favorite Little Leaguer, Hunter Malone, you are up.
Yeah, well, my favorite movie is The Sandlot. So it would be, in honor of that, I think my first pick is going to be Benny the Jet. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be Babe Ruth playing in the outfield.
Okay.
I could, if I was bored, I could also throw him in the pitch. So,
You could.
I'll throw him in the left field. Gotta write that in now. Yeah, so, Babe Ruth, arguably the greatest baseball player to live. Won all the World Series for the Red Sox and then went to the Yankees and won some more. You have to be pretty great to have a curse that lasts almost 90 years. So, I'm not trying to get cursed.
Yeah, that's very true. So I am up with 5th overall pick, and to end the first round, I'm going to go ahead and tag my first baseman in draft, Lou Gehrig from the Yankees. Now, he's a 7-time All-Star, 2-time MVP. He's a Triple Crown winner in 1934. In that year, he had 49 homers, .363 batting average and 165 runs. He also is an iron horse. He played 2,130 consecutive games, and he finished his career with a 114.1 WAR. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Have to start off strong. Got to get my position filled. I'm going with Lou Gehrig at first base. Now, as I cannot type, start off the second round. I'm going to go ahead and draft Barry Bonds, play designated hitter. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Barry Bonds, obviously, everything like that. But let me just listen to this. 7-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 8-time Golden Glove, 12-time Silver Slugger. He still owns the home run record. He still leads in walks and leads in intentional bases. And his WAR is 162.8. So for me, that's a no-brainer. Have to get him on my team. And go ahead and send it over to Hunter Malone to continue.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with a 14-time All-Star, a 5-time World Series champion, a Rookie of the Year, a World Series MVP, and a first ballot Hall of Famer receiving 99.7% of the votes. He got screwed over. I'm going to go with Derek Jeter at the shortstop.
That's a very, very good pick. Very good pick, even though you are a Red Sox fan.
Yeah, you got to get him early. I mean, you got to respect him. Like, I hate that he won 5. I wish he had none. But, I mean, literally, you just got to respect number 2.
Thomas.
So with my second selection, I already got the stopper out of the pen. I'm gonna go ahead and take Willie Mays, put him in that center field spot. Great defensive outfielder. He won lots of Gold Gloves, and have him start to fork down that outfield.
It's a great pick.
EJ.
With my pick, I'm gonna go with Trevor Hoffman as my relief pitcher. He is there weren't many of the relief pitchers left. He is second all time in career saves, and he had one of the lowest ERAs as a closer in history with a 1.48 in 1998. So there weren't many of the greatest relief pitchers that I knew very well of, but he's a sure pick.
Drew, continue and effectively end the second round.
I have 4 words here. The true home run king. Who could that be? Who could that be?
Hank Aaron.
Who could that be? Play for Milwaukee Braves, the Atlanta Braves, Mr. Henry Aaron Hamron Hank. He is all natural. He is plain Hank. No help needed. 7-15. It's my guy in right field.
Great pick. Drew, continuing the third round. Drew, double up.
I take this wave of momentum to the backstop. The best of all time, Mr. Jonathan Bench. Johnny Bench, Mr. 10-time Gold Glove, 14-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, MVP twice, World Series champion twice. He is the best catcher of all time. Facts.
You didn't get no argument out from me, even though I'm a Molina guy myself, but EJ, you are up. Your third round pick.
I think it's almost a little disrespectful that he waited this long, but I'm gonna go with Mike Trout in center field.
Wow.
Oh,
Mr. Trout gone early. Now, what's the reasoning behind that? Now, he is still young and he still has a full career left ahead of him. But statistically,
Signed the biggest contract in MLB history. I believe this last offseason for the Angels. I think that's the only thing keeping him from being an undisputed on top was because he's not going to win a ring in LA. He just won't. But there's nothing that anybody can say right now that puts anybody on top of him at this very moment, and he's already on his way to GOAT status. So
we'll find out about that with our other center field picks. But Mr. Ortega, go ahead.
Both of the picks that I was going to possibly go for, Trout and Aaron, off the board.
They're gone early. Gotta
get
you
them
play
early.
with the draft.
Exactly. Let's see. Who do I want to go for? I think I will take my shortstop, the Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr. for there. Once I knew that, once Hunter took Jeter, I was like, I gotta take Ripken soon.
it's a great.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the pick a lot.
Sure, you are up.
I don't know who I want to take right now. I think scrolling through all these books of Hall of Famers that could have been taken. I don't like the Mike Trout pick at all.
I was about to say that's really early.
Really?
Somebody like Mr. Trout over some other Hall of Fame center fielders.
Yeah, like oh, here's one. I found it. I think I'm gonna take Mr. Cubby, Ernie Bank.
That's good. Let's play two.
It's Mr. Cubby. He's solid.
What position is that again?
You don't know what position Ernie Banks plays?
Dude,
Shortstop.
shortstop. Thank you.
I was just looking at him too.
I'm up. Sorry, I'm trying to type down and look at my notes at the same exact time. I think it's also disrespectful that Mike Trout was picked over this guy,
I know who you're gonna pick. I think.
Mickey Mantle.
Mm.
Guys, 20-time All-Star, Triple Crown winner in 56, 3-time MVP, 1 Gold Glove, 7-time World Series champ, 536 homers, and a WAR of 110.1. Also, he's a Hall of Famer.
That's what hitter.
So it's just a no-brainer for me to pick Mr. Mantle. Now, go in the 4th round. Oh, man. Let's see who I need here. Shortstops are going quick, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Mr. Alex Rodriguez himself. Now, a lot of people
I see a 10 here.
At shortstop or at third?
shortstop. So for the early part of his career, he was a shortstop until he got traded to the Yankees.
Yeah.
So, but here's his numbers. So, 14-time All-Star, 10-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Gold Glove, 3-time MVP, over 3,000 hits, over 600 homers, almost had 700. And I have a nice little nugget here. Whoa. At age 20, he was hitting .358. So for me, it's a no-brainer to draft Mr. A-Rod at the position I'm thinking that simply because they're taking all the shortstops.
Shortstop's going early.
Shortstop's going early. Hunter, you are up.
Well, I think I'm going to have to go for a pitcher. And why not simply take the best pitcher what's the award called for being the best pitcher?
Cy
Cy
Young.
Young.
Yeah, let me take it. You have to be pretty good to have that. All-time
Nice pick.
leader,
Nice pick.
also all-time loses or most losses next year, but we don't talk about that. Pretty solid. Won a couple of World Series with the Red Sox. I think he's all right.
It's a good pick.
Very good pick.
Thomas, you are up.
So as I mentioned earlier, had to get Willie Mays to start my outfield. I'm going to go again, get another outfielder. The sweet swinging Ken Griffey Jr.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice,
nice.
nice.
That was my next pick.
Saw that he was still on the board. I was like, no. There's great options all around. I still got to touch with the infield, but I got to take Griffey. Griffey's still on the board. I can't let him slip anymore. I can't.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he's
DJ.
older.
I had to.
He's a kid.
Had to. The kid
He's a great pick.
himself.
Great pick.
DJ, a little shaken up now that the board is starting to be a little bit rattled. Who are you
Yeah,
gonna pick
I am a
now?
little bit rattled with that pick, but I will go to who I was going to pick after Griffey and go back to shortstop because they're going out pretty quick. I'm gonna pick the 15-time All-Star, 13 Gold Gloves, and what is it, 87 Silver Slugger, and Hall of Famer in Ozzie Smith at shortstop.
Fellow Cardinal.
Yep.
I almost drafted him simply because I'm a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, I feel like that's who you're gonna pick at catcher too.
Maybe. We'll find out, people. We'll find out. Let's wait and see. I got to see who y'all draft at catchers before I make a decision on Mr. Molina.
I might just snag him.
I will fight you. Go ahead, Mr. McDonald.
So I got the need, guys. The need for speed.
Ricky Henderson.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
1,406 stolen bases, played for 25 years in MLB. Pretty boy Ricky is in my squad. So that's left field. Now I need a shortstop, and I get kind of bottom of the barrel here.
Running out of them.
Yeah, I know it's not great.
As Drew continues to think, I'm just going to fill in time here because we ain't going to have dead space on here.
Good job.
So, Drew, when you figure out your pick, give me a thumbs up on the computer,
All right.
and I'll stop talking. But great pick so far, guys. You know, there's still a lot of great players out there still. You know, I'm still very surprised with the Mike Trout pick early.
I was just about to say I want to hear your excuses as to why you would not pick him yet.
I think it was too early. I think when you still have Mr. Mantle on the board, and there's other center fielders I would rather have if
There's
this is all
so
time.
many outfielders.
There's a lot of outfielders. I like it. I also just agree that it's might be too early. Like around this time is probably when I would take Trout if he was on the board.
Kind of sitting on pitching right now simply because I know who I want, and I'm just kind of sitting back, and I think whoever I pick is going to be safe. Thomas probably already has figured out who I'm going to draft.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
But I got plenty of pitchers I can choose.
Yeah, there's still a lot of pitchers out there.
happy
There's
with-
some good options.
I'm happy with my pitchers that I have set up right now. I only looked up a couple just simply because there's so many pitchers out there.
Mhm. I got some good pitchers to go off of. Just kind of waiting for those dominoes to fall, and then gotta snag them up. Pretty much with what happened with the shortstops earlier. Everybody was like getting their shortstop, and it's like you gotta go now.
I'm still upset about that outfield pick. Like, dude, so many people out there. You had Mickey Mantle. You still have like Ted Williams,
Griffey was still on the board.
Griffey.
Yeah,
So
I was
Were you trying to get both?
Kirby Puckett. Like,
literally
You ready?
King Griffey Jr. was my next
man, like literally, Carl Yastrzemski. Like, bro, come on now.
Yaz is still up?
Yeah.
Yaz is still there. Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, we can't be talking about this. Someone's
Carlton
gonna pick-
Fisk is still up there too. Drew,
Mike
are you
Trout's
ready?
up and coming
guys,
though. Look
guys.
look how much he's already done.
We're going to the 80s, guys. My shortstops. 3,000 hits. Had a hell of a stash. Played for the Brewers. You guys know who it is?
Yep.
Robin Yount, baby. 3,000 hits. Hall of
Throwing
Fame.
it back.
MVP twice. Just saying.
There you go. All right. This is another pick that I was shocked to see that's still up here. I'm going 6'10", 225 from I think it says Walnut Creek, California, and Randy Johnson at my starting pitcher. 5-time Cy Young
Dang it.
Cy Young winner, Triple Crown for pitching winner. He has a career record of 303 and 166, and a 3.29 career ERA.
That was literally my next pick. You only took it because I showed you the jersey earlier.
No, he was one of my starting my all-time starting pitchers anyway.
Dang it.
So he was
I was
one of
like,
like two. The only other one I was thinking of was just off the top of my head was Holiday. So there's plenty of other starting pitchers out there, but he was one of two that I thought I would have had to picked up early.
I think Thomas,
Good.
you are up.
Yeah. Still some good outfielders left. I think I'm going to wait and see how the draft falls. I'm actually going to go ahead and get my DH right now in big Frank Thomas from the White Sox.
They hurt.
Yeah, I felt like those infielders are going to go quickly once they start to go. And yeah, just going to go ahead and pick him up.
Hunter, you are up.
Looking at who I have and what I need. I don't know if I want to put this guy at first base or DH.
Oh no! I think I know who you're going with. Oh
Yeah,
no!
I think it is.
I think you're getting ready to pick Mark McGuire.
Huh?
Nash brother.
I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking maybe a Yankee killer,
Oh,
bigger than the average bear. I mean,
Big Poppy?
yeah. Going
Right fielder.
All-Star, 3-time World Series champion, 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner, a Roberto Clemente Award winner, 7-time Silver Slugger. I need to take a breath. He has so many accolades. I mean, 540 runs. I'm going to go with Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. Taken off the board. Hey, Thomas, I know that's your background because I can hear the guys. Can you ask me to try and keep it down, especially Mr. Jake?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm up now with my pick. I'm going to go ahead and go pitcher. And for me, I think this one's a no-brainer for me. Mr. Bob Gibson of the St. Louis Cardinals is going to be my pitcher. Now, I know what you're saying. It's kind of early to pick him. Maybe not, but I know we still got a lot of great pitchers out there. But just listen. Gibson had a 2.91 ERA for his career. He had 3.1 strike-to-walk ratio. He had a 2.3 WAR. He had 2 Cy Youngs, 251 wins, 8-time All-Star, 1-time MVP, 9-time Gold Glove, and at one point, out of 34 starts, gentlemen, he had a 1.12 ERA. 1.12 in 34 starts. That's absurd. They actually had to change the rules of pitching for this man. So that is my pick at pitcher. It is Mr. Bob Gibson. Moving on. I'm trying to see who I want to go with next. There's still a lot of great people out here. I think I have to attack right field right now. Hold on, just rechecking somebody that I'm looking at positions. I'm gonna go with the hit, not the hit king, but dude who also had a ton of hits, Mr. Tony Gwynn.
Yes, Mr. Padre.
Mr. Padre, 15-time All-Star, 3,141 hits, 135 homers, 338 batting average, 8 batting titles, and had a 69.2 WAR.
Nice.
He fills my right field agenda simply because y'all were taking everybody.
All right, one fact, guys. One fact, Jacob. In 94, Gwen hit 394. Fun fact.
90. Wow. Insane. Just to show how good of a hitter this guy was. Hunter, you are up. Please continue.
I think I'm gonna fill up my first baseman spot now. I know you're not gonna be happy with this pick. I need a machine out there.
Pujols.
Machine. I mean, he's a 2-time World Series champion, a 3-time MVP, a 10-time All-Star. He was Rookie of the Year, 2-time Gold Glover, 6-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner, Roberto Clemente Award winner. I mean, it just makes sense with, 3,202 hits and still counting, and 656 home runs and still counting, and over 2,000 RBIs. I mean, it just makes sense to have this guy on your team. I don't know why y'all waited so long to take him, but thank you.
Did we just lose DJ? I think we lost DJ. That's not good.
Yeah, we just lost DJ.
Thomas, go ahead. I'm going to
Yeah.
text DJ and ask him what is going on. But continue. And if he's not back, well, then he just screwed up this entire – he just screwed up this entire draft.
He did. Hunter, who was your previous pick?
My previous before Pujols,
Yeah, before Pujols.
Big Papi.
Okay.
A lot of firepower right there. Just
That's good.
there he is. He's back. Go ahead.
There he is. Yeah. Also surprised that this guy is pretty late on the board. I know Drew is probably going to pick him up real soon. So I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. At the hot corner, Chipper Jones, the Jacksonville native.
You are kidding me.
Oh,
my goodness.
Just great. One of the best all-time switch hitters. The local guy from our area. I saw that he was on the board. I was like, man, I got to grab him up because I know Drew's going to get him.
You're talking Larry Wayne Jones from Pearson, Florida, the switch hitter, played for the Braves for like 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years.
That was there forever.
Yeah.
Man was actually there forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him still on the board. Had to pick him up.
I love to see Drew in agony. So,
Yeah, me too.
EJ, second
All right,
pick.
I'm gonna go ahead and fill my DH spot real quick, and I'm gonna pick up Edgar Martinez. With 6,218 plate appearances, he hit 314 with 243 home runs. You can't spell clutch much better than or you can't be more clutch than that in that position.
Where are you going, bud?
This guy is eligible at 4 positions.
Yeah.
He can play first base, DH, third base, and left field. Triple Crown winner, Miguel Cabrera.
No! I was gonna take him. It's because I took Chipper that you were
Like
like,
a level and a level and level and a level at Mickey from Venezuela.
What position are you picking him at? What position are you picking Mr. Cabrera at?
Let's go first base.
First baseman, Melky.
Exactly what I was gonna do.
Next, an outfielder who has an historic record with a hit streak, Mr. Jalton Joe DiMaggio.
Nice.
Mhm.
Wow, he was on that long?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. DiMaggio.
So for my next pick, I'm going to go with the Rookie of the Year, 12-time All-Star, 1989 World Series winner, and Gold Glove winner in Mark McGwire at first base.
Big Mac.
Yep, he's just a solid pick. There's not many first basemen left on the board. So and in the peak of the steroid era, that man was killing it. 583 career home runs.
Man was yoked.
Pearls for
Mhm.
days.
Just needles. Thomas, you are up. Oh my God, did everyone freeze?
Frozen. There it is.
Oh my God, that was scary.
You're dabbing.
That was scary, boys. Thomas, you are up.
Yeah. Still some good options left. I think I'm gonna address my backstop real quick,
You draft.
and I'm gonna go. He really had like peak of his career, late 2000s. My guy Ivan Pudge Rodriguez.
Nice.
Great, just great overall catcher. Really helped out with the Tigers when they're at their peak, and now all 5 of their pitchers have won a World Series on different teams, which is just fascinating. But yeah, gonna go ahead and secure that backstop while I can.
All right, Hunter, you are up.
I don't know who I want. I want to get my pitcher done.
So get your pitcher done.
No, I'm between 2 pitchers.
I feel like Pedro, Mr. Martinez is in your head.
He's got to be.
Yeah,
He has to be.
And I don't know who.
About the Rocket though.
Ooh.
The Sluggish Rocket.
No, Roger Clemens.
Mm.
I have a little idea discussion for him later, but go ahead. So
I think
go ahead.
You can't go wrong with either one. I think I'm gonna go with Pedro. Just because he is a World Series champion with the Red Sox, pitching Triple Crown winner, a 3-time Cy Young winner, an 8-time All-Star, 5-time MLB ERA leader. I mean, he's a retired number in Red Sox, so I think I gotta go with him, Pedro.
Great pick. I think for my pick, I'm going to go ahead and address my third baseman. And going with Mike Schmidt of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Awesome mustache.
He, just for those that do not know at home, 12-time All-Star, 10-time Golden Glove winner, 1-time World Series and World Series MVP. He's a 3-time MVP, 6-time Silver Slugger, over 2,000 hits, 548 homers, and he's a Hall of Famer. Not a big deal, right? So I pick Mr. Schmidt. Fill in at third baseman position. Now, I'm not too concerned about catching right now, so I am not going to go catcher. I'm kind of holding off on pitching right now because I still got a couple guys in my head that I like. Try to figure out what position I want to address next, either DH or second base.
A lot of second basemen still out there.
Yeah.
Yes, they are, but I'm not too concerned with second base because I got enough guys on here for myself. But just kind of scrolling through my list here of people I want. I think I think in How how is this man still on the board? Did nobody draft this guy?
Who is it?
Fill my DH position. I'm taking Mr. Ted Williams.
No, he's still on the board.
Nice
That's
pick.
Oh, jeez.
Did you pick him, Hunter?
On the board.
Oh, that was my next pick.
I'm picking Mr. Ted Williams to fill in my DH position.
Greatest hitter ever.
Mhm.
Just to name off the accolades. This is why I'm surprised he was out here.
Yeah, the splinter.
Yeah, because he's a two-time MVP, two-time Triple Crown winner. Two-time Triple Crown winner. That's like being a Triple Crown winner in itself is impressive. Doing it twice is even more impressive.
Yeah.
19-time All-Star, over 2,500 hits, 521 homers. He had a 344 batting average and a 121.9 WAR. Also, not a big deal too. He was a Hall of Famer. So I was surprised he was still on the board. I was going through my list here. Almost picked Stan the Man Musial, but Mr. Williams was still top of my list, so I had to draft him. Hunter, you are up. I did take your pick. Does that deviate from any strategies you were going with right now?
No, I was gonna take him. It was either him, but I figured y'all forgot about him. So I was actually looking at my catcher position. I was wondering if anyone took Pudge,
Yeah,
I just took Pudge.
Thomas took Pudge.
but I was looking at it and I was like, I wonder if he's up.
Good catchers out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good catchers out there. I want to take my favorite catcher, but he really doesn't deserve to be out here.
With
I
that,
want to take Veritek just
Oh.
simply because
Oh.
oh,
I mean the amount of no hitters he's caught. Plus, think about how many pitchers he caught. You have Kurt Schilling, Pedro, all those guys that and he was there for so long.
so is that your pick?
No, I think I'm gonna veer off. I'm still gonna take a catcher, but I gotta look up his accolades real quick.
Now, there are still a lot of good catchers out there. On my list, y'all have only taken one person.
Yeah, Pudge.
No, Mr.
Bench. Johnny
Bench.
Bench. Bench went early.
I just asked you. Oh, wrong Pudge. You said Ivan Rodriguez. I'm talking about
Which Pudge are you talking about?
Yeah.
the OG Pudge, Carlton Fisk.
Oh,
Okay.
is
Yeah.
that who you want?
Y'all are talking about some knockoff Pudge. No, I want the OG Pudge.
Carlton Fisk.
I want
Okay.
Rookie of the Year, Gold Glove winner, 3-time Silver Slug Award winner, and I want an 11-time All-Star, and I want him now because I feel like it.
You got him. He was on my list. All right, Thomas, you are up, my friend.
Yeah. Still also got some pitchers in mind. Gonna wait to see when those dominoes fall. However, I'm going to address my second base slot. The Hall of Famer, father of current Blue Jays player Kevin Biggio. I'm going to take his father, Craig, the great Houston Astros second baseman. Seeing him and Cal Ripken up that middle, that's going to be sweet.
Wasn't he a catcher too?
Yeah, he was.
He was.
I'm on the show as a catcher.
He was.
You're
I'm
so
going to take him at second.
Wait,
Great pick.
who did you say was at shortstop?
I have Ripken at shortstop.
Oh, I
Y'all
didn't
leaving me
know
some-
that.
It's like
Y'all are leaving me some beauties over at second base right now.
Yeah, you still have Joe Morgan. You still have
It's a draft, Hunter.
Hornby. I mean, there's quite a few out there.
There's still a good amount out there. So
I know. I didn't know that he picked up Ripken.
Still have Dustin Pedroia as well.
Oh my God, you Red Sox Yankee Tugger over there. Let me
Goodness.
just give it
60? Yeah, let's go.
I had to throw that in there.
a tug over here.
Had to.
DJ, you are up.
All right. This is another one that could be a shock for some people. But I'm gonna go with in left field, Pete Rose.
Oh,
Mm.
the hit king.
Three-time All-Star, 3-time World Series winner. A batting average of 303, 198 stolen bases. He's just a great outfielder. He's one of the top. I feel like it's rigged that he's still banned from the league at the moment. But that is my pick.
It's a great pick.
I thought about it. If Ted Williams wasn't on the board, Pete Rose is going to be my DH.
Mhm.
I had him written down and circled to get him next, so I'm kind of upset.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
it happens. Mr. McDonald,
Yes.
you are up, my friend.
This is called a wild card pick here, Jacob.
Go ahead.
At third base, Indian great, Jim Thome.
Oh, I was gonna get him at first.
Yes.
Nice.
Because in the 90s, started third baseman first, then got chubby to play first base. But he is 612 home runs, Hall of Famer, easy money, third baseman, Jim Thome.
Great pick.
Now at second base, I had this pick before Jacob mentioned him, part of the Big Red Machine, Mr. Joe Morgan, Mr. 10-time All-Star, MVP twice looking at you, 22 years of baseball played. Mr. Joe, take a swing.
I thought about it. I was tempted to get him coming up on my picks. DJ, I see you have mute. You're up. Just give me a thumbs up if you're ready.
All right. I think at third base, I'm gonna go with if nobody's picked him up already, Mr. George Brett.
Oh, great pick.
Nobody's picked him up.
13-time All-Star, 1980 MVP, 3 Silver Sluggers, and Gold Glover, and a Hall of Famer. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he had one of the best attacks on an umpire that I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
So,
As a Cardinals fan, I have to just put this out there. They shouldn't have won that World Series.
we know.
he also had pine tar too far up his bat.
I'm so upset about it. Thomas, you're up.
Yeah. Seeing that positions are slowly, dwindling. Yeah. Fitting my needs. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take my pitcher.
Who's drafting?
Lots of great options. But this was a guy. This guy wasn't a throw it past you. Painted the corners beautifully.
Oh, I know who he's picking. Oh,
Might have a couple options.
Is it a Brave?
It is a Brave.
Heck yes. Heck yes.
There's 2 options, but
Exactly.
I'm gonna go with what I think is the better of the 2 in Greg Maddux.
dude, I already typed it up the minute you said he was painting corners.
I like Pitching Ninja on Twitter. When they post Greg Maddux highlights, I could just watch those all day. He painted it so beautifully, and having him and then Rivera after that, saw that as a great opportunity.
There you are up, my friend.
I have 2 outfield needs and a third baseman, and I'm in between a few third basemen, so I think I'm gonna go to my outfield needs. I'm gonna go to a 1909 Triple Crown winner, an MVP, 12-time batting champ. 6-time stolen base leader, 4-time RBI leader, Hall of Fame inductee in 1936. I'm going to go with Mr. Ty Cobb.
Good pick.
Put him in center field. Or if we had a manager's spot, I'd throw him in there. But I think I'm going to throw him in center field.
We do managers. Yes.
Do managers last pick?
Yes.
Yeah, let's pick top managers.
Oh, we're adding managers all of a sudden.
Yes.
The last pick. Last pick is managers.
Okay. I. So addressing my needs, I still need a second baseman and catcher. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knock those two out. So at second base, y'all tripping. Give me Roger Hornsby.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Two-time Triple Crown winner, two-time MVP, one-time World Series champion, 358 career batting average. Still holds a regular season record of a 424 batting average. The league in batting for 7 years, had over 300 homers and close to 3,000 hits, and Hall of Famer. So I am going with Mr. Roger Hornsby. Now, I know what you guys are all thinking. The Cardinals fan is drafting a catcher. Y'all think you know who I'm drafting, but I guarantee you don't.
I'm thinking it's Mike Piazza.
You are 110% correct, Hunter.
Mhm.
Drafting Mike Piazza. I don't know how this man's still up on the board. 10-time Silver Slugger, 1992 Rookie of the Year, league leader in putouts 4 times, fourth in career ribbies, over 2,000 hits, 400 homers, and a 308 batting average, which for a catcher is absurd. And so I obviously had to get the big hitter himself, Mike Piazza. Hunter, is that who you were going to take? Oh, no, you already drafted Fisk at catcher.
No, I got Fisk. I'm looking at who I want to pick next. I'm in between 3 third basemen and 2 outfielders. I need a right fielder and a third baseman.
I tell you what, there are some right fielders on the board. I tell you what, there are a bunch of right fielders, and I don't know if I want to pick my catcher or my right fielder next. So I'm interested to see who you pick.
Well, I'm stuck in between Sammy Sosa
Ooh.
and
Oh,
And Yastrzemski?
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, growing up watching Sammy highlights is just like, I want him so bad. But also, it's like, you can't not have Yaz if he's up there. So I think I'm going to go with Yastrzemski just because I want to see you look up how to spell Yastrzemski.
I bet you I spelled it correct.
So you just put Yaz.
I put Yastrzemski.
Honestly, you can just put in YAST and he pops up.
I just got it. Okay, guys. I may have spelled it wrong, but he's in there. I got him in my notes. Don't worry. Thomas, you're up. Just to let you boys know, after this round, we all have 1 pick left.
Yeah.
And then the managers.
Like was mentioned, outfield is still really deep. And I need another outfielder, but going back, because a lot of the corner infielders that I previously was thinking of drafting, they went off the board. So I went way back for this one. 1930s Red Sox legend, 3-time MVP Hall of Famer Jimmy Fox is going to play first base for me.
Jimmy
I was
Fox
going
at first base.
Yeah.
He was on my list as well. TJ, you are up, my friend.
I know. I'm kind of stuck.
What do you need help with, bud?
Very stuck.
I was going to say, you're talking to a bunch of baseball guys.
I know. I played baseball for a lot of years, and I paid attention to baseball for a lot of years. I don't know if he's been picked up yet in right field. Did anybody pick up Hank Aaron?
Yes. He was early. He was early.
We're early.
He was second round, I think.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to –
Sammy Sosa area of players left. Like, that.
No, I've got a whole list. Here. Like, it's just picking which one that I want.
You're not like top of the top.
I'm
You're
gonna
getting
go with a shocker right here, real quick. I am gonna pick Ichiro Suzuki.
Ooh.
That's
Right,
good.
AL Rookie of the Year, AL MVP, 10-time AL All-Star. He was an All-Star MVP, 3 AL Silver Sluggers, 10 Gold Gloves, and a .314 batting average through his career.
He was one of the other three
That's a
outfielders I was
great,
looking
great
at.
pick.
And he was a monster on the base paths too.
Yeah, he
He's
was.
highly underrated.
And I'm pretty sure he has over 4,000 hits compared with Japan and the MLB.
Yeah.
So
In his time in
Yeah.
America and Japan.
Drew,
Absolute hit machine.
your final 2 picks, my friend.
On DH here was
Man.
the greatest expo of all time. The big hint. Mr. Vladdy Cakes. Vladimir Guerrero.
Another one.
Still bombed it. Then we're going to my closer. This guy was a Cy Young winner. Best in the 80s. Mr. Jess Eckersley.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at him for closer as well, but I decided to go double starter.
I'm going double starter as well. I think you're going to pick the dude I want before I get to him.
Me?
Yeah.
I need third baseman.
Did you pick your 2 pitchers?
Yeah, I have Cy Young and Pedro.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
DJ, you're up.
Now I am tossed because my last pick is a catcher.
Oh.
I'm in between Mr. Cardinal at the moment in Yadier Molina and another current player in Buster Posey.
Those are 2 great players.
No Joe Mauer?
Oh, I didn't even think of Joe Mauer. See,
Joe Mauer.
ESPN's. I'm looking at ESPN's list right now,
Mhm.
and Buster
Y'all
Posey.
are forgetting about Mr. Yogi Berra himself.
I'm looking at him. I'm
Yogi
looking
up
at
here
him.
too, but like
I've got Yogi up here, but I'm kind of shocked at the moment. I'm stunned. Yadier Molina isn't on this list. Neither is Joe Mauer.
Gary Carter.
Well, Yachty is not an offensive
No, he's not.
player. He's
No.
very, very defensive.
So I
So
think
you have
that's
to
what I'm
think
going to
like
make
But
my
he's great.
If
This
you
is what I'm
want
going to make my
offense,
swap.
you want
I'm gonna
offense.
go-
you get-
I'm sorry. I'm going to go with Buster Posey, 2010 Rookie of the Year,
Interesting.
MVP in 2012, 4-time All-Star, 3-time Silver Slugger, 3 championships in San Francisco. He was one of my favorite players when he entered the league. I'm not a San Francisco fan either, but he's a monster behind the plate. He's caught multiple no hitters, and I believe he's got a pair of perfect games under his belt. I think so. He's solid right now. As long as he can stay healthy, I think he's got a heck of a career ahead of him too.
you really like the active players a lot. Like Mike Trout early and now Buster Posey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking a lot at Yogi Berra, but you got to see the potential that these people have. You can't.
This is not about potential either.
Yeah.
It's about
Like
all
You
time.
Yeah.
We might do a potentials draft probably next week or later.
we can do an actual draft.
Mhm. With present players.
We can do that. We can save that for another show.
I
Simply
don't know
because we're
potential.
gonna be way over our limit by the time we want to do that. We don't want to give these people 3 hours worth of content.
But
Mhm.
Mike Trout has already been caught. Has been talked about.
If he were to retire right now, would he be an a Hall of Famer? If he were to
I
retire
don't think so because they value World Series so much.
They do.
He would 100%.
He doesn't have one. He's only been in the playoffs once.
I was gonna say, and he made a playoff appearance. He was
Yeah.
there for like,
That's something I want to actually touch on after the show because after we're done drafting, because that is a wild pick, DJ.
Ichiro Suzuki has no championships over there. None of them.
4,000
Ichiro.
hits.
He was still a hit master though.
And he has how
Mike
many
Trout's not?
hundreds of stolen
Thomas,
bases?
you're up. DJ, you've quiet. I will mute you on this.
Um, So, okay, let me just double check. DiMaggio's off the board, yes?
Yes.
Correct.
One.
Okay. I know this player was talked about. Don't know if he's off the board, though. I still have an outfielder need, and one guy that I am eyeing is Stan the Man Musial.
He's up there.
So
I'm taking him. I'm taking him.
I'm surprised. I'm really hurt that I didn't take him, but
you should be.
Yeah, I'm very surprised you didn't take him because I was like,
Brought him up.
I feel like Pro would take
Pat,
him.
I
but
just can't. I try to remove all personal bias from
yeah.
the numbers sometimes. Like he also has great numbers.
No, he does. He really does.
So great pick, Hunter. Your final pick.
I'm at third base and I'm stuck between three people. I'm gonna ask if any of these people have been taken. I know one hasn't. Has Mike Schmidt been taken yet?
I drafted him.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Wade Boggs.
No.
All right, cool. So that brings me between him and Adrian Beltre.
Ooh, Beltre.
Both good picks.
Wade Boggs and Adrian Beltre. Both played for the Red Sox. One played for the Yankees. So I'm kind of leading some bias in there. I think I'm gonna have to go with Beltre just because he can hit a home run off his knee. That's pretty
He can.
Yeah. That's
One
pretty
of the
great.
best things I've ever
That's pretty
seen.
great.
I'm gonna go. I mean, just seeing him hit a home run over the monster, and then the camera goes back to him. He's taking a knee, looking at it, is just like the greatest sight I've ever seen. It's a 4-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove winner, 4-time Silver Slugger. I mean, 477 home runs. I mean, Mr.
Mhm.
Do It All, and he was so exciting to watch. I think I'm gonna take Adrian Beltre as my final pick.
He is great to watch.
And to finish up the draft, I needed a closer. And this is actually a pitcher that was mentioned earlier by Hunter, who he was debating between picking Mr. Roger Clemens. I don't have any accolades on him because I didn't look up those numbers.
The Rocket. He should be a Hall of Famer. He didn't do
Because here's the three guys I had. I had the big unit himself and Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All gone. But moving on to managers now.
I already know who you're taking.
Yeah, you probably do.
Tony
bet.
La Russa.
So,
Hunter, who do you think I'm taking?
you're taking Tony La Russa.
You are 100% correct.
Yep.
You know who's with the Red Sox right now? He's been with the Red Sox for a little bit.
Reineke.
No, not Renicky. Tony La Russa. He's in the Red Sox system.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a specialist, like I don't remember what his position is, but like
Is he a front office guy?
yeah. He's been
I
there.
remember he was
Okay.
with the Cardinals for a little bit, and then he did.
I
He went
thought he was in the MLB office.
I think he used to be.
Too. He was for a little bit.
He's on the Red Sox staff because I've seen him in spring training. I saw him, what was it, last year or the year before that?
Great.
He's always, he's out there walking around.
Your manager, Hunter, to run your team.
Spirit of mine. I threw 4 managers out there because I didn't know which way the draft was gonna go. A part of me wants to make Drew really mad,
Oh, I know who it is.
but a part of me also like,
Illogical.
oh,
This is all about logic. Draft is about ruining.
I'll tell you my 3 people because no one can take it. I got Terry Francona and Tito.
Ah, dang.
I got Bobby Cox, and I got Mark Anderson. All 3 fantastic. But when I Google top MLB managers of all time, I'm going to go with the first person that pops up. You know what's funny? The second one that pops up is Joe Madden.
Really?
He's the
Wow.
second
Wow.
that pops up next to Bruce Bochy, Tony La Russa, and then Bobby
Mm.
Cox, and then Sparky Anderson. But I'm going to go with the guy who's number 1, who ended the curse of the Bambino. I'm going to have to go with Terry Francona. I'm going to have to go with T.O.
Good.
Dang, I'll work him off my list.
Mhm.
Great pick.
So
Thomas, you're up with your managers.
So not gonna lie, Hunter, when you said one of those names early on about like who was the top of those lists, heart dropped because I thought you were gonna go with him. But when Jacob said managers, instant thought Joe Madden.
mhm.
Just great manager. You know, leading the Cubs to the World Series. Just great guy. One I'm running my team.
See, I think that's
EJ,
an interesting
you're up.
pick. That's an interesting pick. I'm looking at him and his wins. He's a phenomenal manager. He knows how to turn teams good, but he is not clutch. Joe Madden is not clutch,
He only has one ring, and he choked with the Rays against the Phillies.
and
He's
he
out.
only
did.
won that
Yeah,
ring because the other
he
team
did.
choked. My Indians choked with Tito at the helm.
I was going to say,
Big Indians fan. I was very upset about that 3-1 blue, but I am gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna go and pick one that I believe destroyed the Red Sox in his managerial days, and I'm gonna go with Joe Torre,
That was coming.
4-time World Series winner, 6 pennants, and 2-time Manager of the Year. Is a win-loss of 538.
Do we even need to like go to Drew? Because we know
Oh,
who's picking.
you need the introduction.
Tommy Cox.
we don't. It's Bobby Cox.
Who else wins 15 straight division titles?
And
One of the
loses.
best pitching staffs in the 90s. John Smoltz, Tom Glavine, Greg Maddux, Steve Avery. The list goes on. Hall of Famer, World Series winner, 5-time pennant winner, 4-time Manager of the Year, Robert Cox. I mean, come on.
I'm not gonna lie. If you have that team, I don't think I think anybody could have managed that team.
That's not hard to manage at all.
It's not. Especially with that staff.
How many rings?
Before the 90s Braves, he was a GM with the Braves. He built that team before he was a manager, so I'm just
How many
saying.
rings do you have?
So great draft, everyone. This is a great draft.
I didn't
We're
even
definitely gonna do a current players draft. Probably us 5 again. Maybe add more people, make this fun.
Because there's still a lot of talent still left on that board.
There's so much talent, but I think this is a great draft. I'm gonna figure out how we can I think Drew, do you know what system starting 9 used to run their algorithm? To figure out
For what? For what?
for this, because they did an all-time draft and then their intern ran this to see whose team was better.
I don't know.
I'll figure it out. I'll find it. But I'm gonna run it and see whose team is the best. We'll come back next week and I will announce that. So
That'll be great. I'm so
great
interested.
picks. So I know we're running a little long on the show, but we had 5 people drafting. So we took time, we explained our picks, but this is no surprise. If we all had to vote which was the most mind-boggling pick, it's definitely DJ taking Mike Trout.
Mike Trout early. Yeah.
Third round
Third round.
over Hall of Famers, first ballot Hall of Famers.
Like you had Ken Griffey, you had Nicky
their
Mantle.
careers. Like
I took a gamble. I would have thought somebody would have picked him up earlier. I was surprised, and I was like, I've got to get one, or someone's gonna take it.
Yeah, but you still had Mantle and all of them on the board.
I know. I was looking for Ken Griffey a little bit too late, so I guess I read the books a little wrong. I'm not disappointed in my pick, but
That's okay. I think this is great. I think everyone's teams look great. I really have nothing else. I think I'm just going to talk a little bit about the landscape of how things are looking right now with you guys. Drew and Thomas, you guys are more than welcome to hop off now, or you guys can stay on and be part of the discussion. But I do want to just go over some reports of what's happening. My dog.
Aww.
But obviously with COVID-19 going on and all that, sports right now looks like it will not be coming back for a while. China Basketball Association is really struggling to get their players in the league back up. And so we're just going to come up with fun topic ideas to talk to you guys about. I know Drew on the Walk-Ons just did a movie thing, all-time sports movies.
Yep.
Who won that, by the way? Who won?
I think I have a guy named Nathan Dean. He's a former UNS Spinnaker guy, worked in Tallahassee for a little bit. He had remember the Titans. That was a big one that won.
I feel like for me, man, we can have this discussion again. I don't want to take all of the walk-ons ideas because they did do a full like mock draft, which I wanted to do, but I'm not gonna, rebeat something with a dead horse.
Very lengthy.
But I do want to maybe guys do a mock fantasy football draft at one point, just because we need to come up with stuff to just talk about
I
current
think we should do a college football one.
all-time college football players.
Ooh,
College football players.
I like that.
that I'm down with that.
This is so. Here's the thing. So ESPN, you guys know how they did the all-time college basketball players?
Yeah.
J won. It's
Who won?
yeah. Jordan won that, even though Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was by far the best college basketball player to walk. Basically.
Christian Leitner.
Okay. He was there too.
Like
I
Odin?
had him in the-
Later was great. Yeah.
You could argue he is the best college basketball player because, one, not a lot of people go 4 years in college, so he has that advantage. 4 straight Final Fours, 2 finals appearances. How many rings?
2.
Exactly.
Kareem was
I know it wasn't more than 1.
I think Kareem went 3 for 3, had 3 National Player of the Years. He had a bunch of accolades, like was leading in rebounds, and he would have led in blocks, but blocks wasn't a stat back when he was in college.
Yeah.
For me, though, I think like one sneaky one was Brianna Stewart got like destroyed. Her because she went 4 for 4.
Yeah.
4 straight national championships. I don't know if she went 4 for 4 and won them or was 3 of 4. I can't remember, but like she was insane too.
Moale.
Yeah, but that's a great idea, DJ. We can do college football. We can bring Tyler on.
We should definitely have a debate about this.
He would just pick an all-time UCF football
team.
He would.
Mackenzie Milton.
All-time.
No, he'd get Bortles in.
No, he
No.
loved Mackenzie Milton.
He loves
Really?
Mackenzie.
Really?
Like, he would honestly.
Johnson, and then he would throw in Brandon Marshall. Literally the only 3 names that have ever come out of UCF for football.
Jeez.
We are still recording. We can talk about ideas once we're off the show if we all want to stay on and just talk. But I'm going to go ahead and end this show. Thank you, listeners of The Pen. Please enjoy our draft. And we'll catch you again, same time, same place next week. See you on the grandstands, folks. I am your host, Jacob Prale. Tip the caps, everybody, on the video cams. Signing off, it's your host, Jacob Prale, your mom's favorite Little Leaguer, Hunter Malone, and your girl's favorite DJ McCatherine. And thank you to our guest, the GOAT of Spinnaker himself, Drew McDonald. Does it all for sports. We appreciate you coming out. He's going to the Danville Braves, folks. Give him a follow on Twitter as well. He's a great follow. And my man, the Moose, Thomas Ortega.
Thank you.
For joining, and we'll catch you guys next week.